It's such a great honor and a privilege to be up here in front of you all to say thank you for this opportunity to do this co-partnership of this amazing conference. I just wanted to give you a brief background as to how we got here. OST has over 11,000 members, and every 4 years we have our General Assembly, except that COVID fell in the middle of the last one. And so we haven't actually met in person in any form since 2016, when we were all in Kuwait City together, 300 women scientists in Kuwait City. We knew that we should have our next General Assembly in Latin America. And we also knew that we had a very strong national chapter in Colombia. We have 58 national chapters in 4 regions of the world: Latin America, Africa, Asia and the Pacific, and the Arab region. And then I attended the interregional dialogue in Addis Ababa last year, and I thought, if we're going to bring all of these women to Colombia, it would really make sense that they had a lot to do when they get here. And so we began talking with Obrial, and we decided that it was really worth the investment, both of the money and of the long, long journeys for so many of our participants. There are 160 women that we brought here. Many of them, as has been said before, traveled, I think the longest journey was over 40 hours. And they've come here with great determination to really not just enjoy themselves, but to really get something out of this occasion. And it just did seem like the perfect occasion because we are such complementary organizations. I'm English and I use the word complementary with the E instead of the I. Complementary, which means we are 2 sides that can offer something to the other. And so this idea of dialogue for us is not just about the 2 regions talking to each other, but it's about 2 different kinds of cohorts managing to communicate. How often do you get all of these early career women scientists from all of these developing countries in the same room, literally, with all of these policymakers? And just that very fact, I think, has been had an amazing impact on our women scientists. We'd love to hear from the policymakers if it's also had an impact on you. But do you understand how that feels to be actually, and we were so overjoyed to feel so central to this partnership and to be recognized and to be complete partners. And it has made a dramatic difference. So we thank you all for that incredible collaboration, and we really, really hope that this will continue. OST is actually in quite a critical moment in its 38-year history. Because of funding cuts, we have been quite dramatically hit, and actually 2 or 3 years ago, our funding was cut in half. And we've had to make some very quick and urgent decisions about how we spend our money. And so we're transitioning from what has been an organization focusing on giving funds and support to individual women scientists, you can see them all here, to moving towards systemic change, working with institutions, trying to work on a national and regional level, scaling up what we can do with very small funds and a tiny secretariat interest. We're all here, there are 4 of us. So I would like a big round of applause for my team. So we have to make the most of what we've got and who we are by partnering up with people and now suddenly, quite unashamedly, begging you for some funds. But we have so many projects and so many wonderful results to share. You are the people we need to talk to, and we are the women you need to consult, to include, to promote, to acknowledge, to appreciate, and even, I'm hoping, by the end of this week, to revere and respect. These women, you can see, are brilliant role models. The combination of formal plenaries and participation in more intimate panel sessions has been incredibly stimulating, I think, for our OSD members. We've also had, alongside all of these presentations, we've had our own leadership training program, and we hope tomorrow in our own final concluding session to come up with a kind of call to action for where we want to go next. We're trying to call on our 11,000 members to come to some kind of consensus about how we should structure ourselves, how we go through decision making, how we allow democratic participation. It's very complicated, you can imagine. We've just had our elections, in fact, and tomorrow we will make a wonderful announcement of the new president that we hope you will all be able to participate and see. I would love to say as well that an unexpected highlight of this time that we have spent here in Bogota with you was the personal visit of the Minister of Science and Technology, Yesenia Olaya, who has had to leave, who requested a special meeting with OSD members. She wanted to meet and speak with some women scientists from Africa, from Asia, from the Arab region, and from Latin America. And honestly, she came in the room, and she was vulnerable. She was, it was an incredibly emotional time. We spent a long time with her, and she was authentic, genuine, but she was also powerful and caring. And it was that combination that really moved our participants. It was incredible for all of us to see this woman at the height of her career, a pregnant woman scientist who is Minister of Science and Technology, coming to visit us to talk to the scientists, really talk to them and listen, as we said. Listening is such an important part of dialogue. And it reminded all of us that caring must be an intrinsic part of the scientific endeavor. So many women find themselves apologizing for their family responsibilities, for their illnesses around pregnancy, around reproduction, apologizing for looking after the elderly, apologizing for having to get home and cook the dinner, apologizing for getting up early to clean the house, apologizing for falling asleep in the laboratory. We don't want to apologize anymore. We want you all to take on board that caring is an absolutely essential element of science. Without those so-called feminine qualities, there can be no scientific excellence. So we would love to thank you all again for having us here, and we hope you will welcome us again next time. Thank you.